verse 4, will worship Yahweh. It doesn't mean everybody in every nation in all the earth. It means a remnant in all the earth will sing to you. But in order to sing to Yahweh as a worshiper, you've got to be given songs. Because how many know in some parts of the world you can't buy a songbook? In some parts of the world you can't buy a song sheet. In some parts of the world you can't go online and print songs. So how are people from all the ends of the earth going to worship Yahweh? Yahweh will give them a new song. Yahweh will birth a song in the Spirit. He'll birth a song in the Spirit. Just like when I set my heart to worship Yahweh and to adore Him, He gave me 2 songs to write. It's cool. What a blessing. Because let's assume I didn't have CDs. Let's assume I didn't have DVDs. All the earth who wants to worship Him will worship Him, and those who want to worship Him and who are proactive, cutting edge, not timid, seeking the hem of His garment, reaching out to Him, will get strength, as we learned 2 weeks ago, and will be in eternal freedom by being slaves to Yahweh through worship. And fatness, abundance. So worship will give you the abundance in your life that you're looking for. Worship will make you the remnant of the nations. Worship will make you a daughter of Zion. Can I hear a good amen? Amen. And worshiper, and being a worshiper, Yahweh will give you new songs. If you continue to adore Him and be proactive and seek Yahweh in the sacrifices of praise, you will be given songs to sing. There's not a person in this room that Yahweh will not give songs to sing if we set our heart to adore Him and to seek Him early and first and make Him first in our lives by adoring Him proactively, not just singing. Let's turn to Him. Turn to Him 44. Ready? 'Tis so sweet to trust in... No, that's not it. Yahweh's looking for... active, on fire, excited, energized. He's looking for folks who are full of leaded fuel of Yahweh to let loose, like a helium balloon coming to the assembly and going... and just letting loose with all that joy, that simcha, that fatness, that fullness that you've accumulated in your spirit life and in your being for the last 6 days. You don't come to Shabbat to meet the fullness of your spiritual needs. You come to Shabbat to release what you've been storing up during the week and be a blessing to others. Amen. Baruch Hashem Yahweh. It's about Yahweh, it's not about us. Amen. So worshipers will be given songs. As Yahweh gives as we give Yahweh the sacrifice of praise. 85:9. Tehillim. 85. Anyone enjoying? Amen. 85 and 9. Continue. We continue. The doorway to intimacy and revelation. This is the doorway to everything you want as a child of Yahweh. Tehillim 85:9. Surely His Yeshua is near to them that fear Him, that Tiferet may dwell in our land. Notice, not all nations, but some from all nations. Now look at verse 9. Yeshua is near to those who fear Him, that Tiferet may dwell in our land. So Yahweh wants us to worship Him so that His glory will live in our houses, in our abode, and so that Yeshua will be near. We cannot take it for granted that Yeshua is near just because we're born again or just because we're a disciple. Exactly. We cannot take it for granted. You want Yeshua near in your land and in your house, you're going to have to take the first step. Am I correct? Draw nigh unto me, and then I'll draw nigh unto you. Do not draw nigh unto me, I will not draw nigh unto you. I'll draw nigh unto somebody else who is drawing nigh unto me. Amen. Worship is not about Yahweh giving you peace because He feels sorry for you. Or you're having a bad week, so Yahweh is going to give you tranquility. It doesn't work that way. Worship means you reach out to Him so that Yeshua can be near and close to your heart. Okay? Amen. We want Yeshua to be near and close to our heart. So we've got, if we want Yeshua near to us, we've got to take the first step and worship Him. continually, daily, ongoing. The sacrifice of worship, being a slave to the one who set us free. So worship will come from all nations, but doesn't mean all nations will worship Yahweh. We have to be the remnant in those nations. Tehillim 95:6. Tehillim 95:6. Oh, come, let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before Yahweh, our Maker. Amen. Come, let us worship. Let us bow down. Let us kneel before Yahweh, our Maker. For he is our Elohim, and we are the nation of his pasture. We are the sheep of his hand. Today, if you will listen to his voice, come, let us worship. Notice, today, if you will listen to his voice. How do we listen to his voice? By being his sheep. How are we his sheep? Because we are the nation of his pasture. How are we the nation of his pasture? Because we bow down and kneel as worshipers. We don't think that disciple means worshiper. You can be a disciple and not be a worshiper. Now when you start kneeling and you start bowing and you start clapping and you start dancing and you start playing your tambourine, now you are going to get fat. Now you're going to get built up. Now you're going to get encouraged. Now you're going to get strength. Now you're going to wrestle with Yahweh and prevail, and you will be like going from Yaakov to Israel. And a mighty man and woman of valor. But notice, come. You got to remind yourself every day, Rivka. You got to remind yourself every day. Come, Rivka, and let us worship. Well, who's the us? My mind, my body, my spirit that's all tired and burnt out. Right? Come. Come, self. Because he made us in his image, right? Father, Son, and Spirit, right? Come, let us make man in our image, right? So you got to bring the whole entire self. Come, let us worship and bow down and thank him. And let us kneel. Because when you're really worshiping, you can't sit still. I'm going to tell you, I'm not trying to offend anybody. If you sit still, you're not worshiping. You may be discipling yourself, trying to accomplish something, but you're not going to get strength, you're not going to get fatness, you're not going to get abundance, and you're not going to be the favorite of Yahweh and the overcomers and the valiant, strong people who are cutting edge, people who receive cutting edge revelation and anointing. You're going to have to kneel. You're going to have to bow. You're going to have to become a fool from the side. You have to become a fool from the side. Okay? I meet some folks that go to a concert. Right? You go to a concert? Well, why can't you boogie like that here in the house of Yahweh? I don't understand why you can't boogie like that in the house of Yahweh. Because it's not proper. That's what religion told you it's not proper. But it is proper. The Satan has stolen it and used it for his own devices. He's robbed it. He's robbed the glory from Yahweh. You could shake and boogie for Jay-Z or whoever else those clowns are. It's amazing. It's amazing. What's his name? Kanye West. But you won't face east. Who told you this to boogie to Kanye West when you're supposed to boogie to the one who's in the east? I'm preaching good now, ain't I? You don't mind shaking it for the West man? But how about for the East dude? How about for the one who is in the Hekel? We're supposed to worship Yahweh toward his Hekel. Baruch Hashem Yahweh. Baruch Hashem Yahweh. 95.6. We just did. So 99.5. Tehillim 99.5. Tehillim 99.5. Exalt Yahweh our Elohim and worship at your own pace. Go to Carvel and then pace yourself. Don't rush. And don't stick out. Don't be active. No, look, is that what it says? No. Look what verse 5 says. Exalt Yahweh and worship at his footstool because he is what? Kadosh. Well, how do we get to Yahweh's footstool, especially some of you folks that are tall?